Hi guys, welcome to another Racing Extra, and Aaron, I'll get you to welcome our special guest today.
It's the Frenchman, Thomas Huet.
Hey Aaron.
Thomas, how are you?
Very good, thanks.
You're not Leighton Hewitt's brother?
Nah,
okay.
Fortunately no.
Glenn, he's not.
I'd love to.
He's not little Leighton's brother. Welcome, mate. How you going?
Yeah, good, very good, thanks.
Yeah.
Beautiful day today at Randwick.
It is. We're out at Royal Randwick, and you did some track work this morning, and also rode 7 horses in the trials.
Yeah. A bit of track work for Gay and 7 trials, a couple for Gay, Bjorn as well, Baker. And, yeah, going well.
How is it? Nice and dry out there?
Yeah, track was a bit patchy, but
Is it always like that? What do you call that track? The inside grass or something?
Inside grass.
Yeah,
the A grass.
But no, it was alright. It wasn't too bad.
Okay, well, let's quickly, before we talk about now, we like to just get a bit of a history about our panellists, and that's obviously from France originally.
Yeah, exactly. Born in middle of France, part of France called Loire-Vallée. Very famous for the wine, actually.
Yes.
Moved when I was 16 to Chantilly, so north of Paris, to the Jockey school.
Okay.
Doing my apprenticeship over there for 2 years. Start riding in races when I was 17. Been a professional jockey 2 years later, so at 19. And rode in France until 28 years old. A bit of traveling around the world during my 10 years in France, and just landed in Australia 4 years ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said to me initially when you first came to Australia it was only going to be for a 2-month stint.
Yeah.
And now you're here every day. Cessnock, trials.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I planned to do something during the winter season in France.
Yeah.
And was always a plan to come to Australia because I would say 5 or 6 years ago I met Karen McEvoy in France at Deauville when he was a jockey for Mactoum, and when he won the Prix Jacques Lemar actually, and I chatted with him and I said I'd like to come, and he said you can come but you have to come minimum for 3 months because it's very far away, and if you want to try something you have to come more than a month. So I said okay, let's go, and I never had really the opportunity and the time to do it before. So my season 2012 in France was pretty good, but nothing special for the winter. So I just said, let's go. I'm going to Australia for 2 months.
Yep.
And fall in love about the country after 2 weeks, and got my license after 1 month. First rides probably 2 months, and I said I have to try. I can't say I've just had one ride in Australia, maybe one winner, and go home and say well done. So I just said I would try 6 months, and finally I think I've found a new home here. So I'm very happy to be here.
Outstanding. And are you based in Sydney, obviously?
Yeah, actually I'm just living across the road from Randwick, so Kensington. Firstly, when I came, I lived with Australian friend at Mossman, and moved straight to Kensington, close to the racecourse and close to the track. Because the first year I was riding every morning for Gay 4 o'clock to 8:30, so
is that
quite
right?
busy.
Yeah.
But I never moved. I got a good spot here, close to the beach, close to the city.
Yeah.
Very easy area to travel when I have to go north, west or south, so very happy there.
So what is, just for the punters at home, what is your relationship at the moment with the various stables around Sydney? How much track work you have to do, etc.?
I'm still working for Gate 2 days a week at Randwick because she was my initial sponsor, not sponsor, but trainer. I came for her initially, so and she gave me a lot of opportunities right away. So I'm still riding for her twice a week, and I'm going also twice a week at Warwick Farm, doing a bit of track work for Bjorn Baker since a month now, and a new French trainer who just arrived 6 months ago, Louis Baudron. So just give him a hand as a French team, just to give him a bit of keys and start working with him. But actually my main stable is at Newcastle, Paul Perry. I'm riding a lot for him, but never been track work for him, so it's a good. It's not a bad
good relationship.
It's a good relationship. I went for the trials a couple of times, but most of the time for the races. And so only 4 days a week track work, trials probably once or twice as well, and a lot of races and a lot of traveling everywhere in the country,
sure do.
city. So
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the different styles of trainers in Australia, and also compared to how you used to work it back home in France?
Yeah,
and
actually,
around the world?
I think the foundation is probably the breeding first.
Okay.
The most of Australian horses are bred as a sprinter.
Yeah.
Top sprinter like Fastnet Troisier were top sprinter in Australia and overseas for some of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in South Hemisphere it's based on the sprint races.
Okay. Yep.
And in Europe we got more stayer or mid-distance, like Galileo, for example, is probably the top European stallion today, and is a 2,400 meters race. Also, it's the main difference, and the races are the same. You got the Golden Slipper in Australia, the most rich race for 2 years old, so everything's looking after this race season after season. In France, the best one is the Arc de Triomphe. It's for 3 years old and plus, so you got a bit of time to work on it. So, yeah, different style of races, different surface as well, because it's drier track here than in Europe. So it's the main difference. Bigger track in Europe, I would say, except when we can Rosie, the two-man city track, but bigger track in Europe. And left corner, right corner, straight, very lot of opportunity in France to work the horses in the left and right hand.
Okay.
Here, if you want to if you got the left hand runner, you have to go to Melbourne. So it's a bit harder, and that's the main difference.
Do you think we race a lot tighter, like in Sydney and Melbourne race, like Australian racing combined? Horses seem to race a lot closer. Where I think in Europe you can be 3 wide and 4 wide without cover, and they just race comfortably.
Yeah, I think. Actually, in England more than in France. In France, it's very tight as well. When you're riding 20 runners handicap like the Villiers last weekend, we got this type of races every day, so it's very tight. And because it's a handicap, every horse is supposed to get the same chance. So everyone wants to save his place. But I don't think it's tighter here more than in Europe, to be honest. Maybe the difference is because we're running in Europe in longer distance. Doesn't matter if you travel through or if you just find your own pace and if you're in a rhythm. But here, I think doesn't matter if it's 12, 14, 1600 meters. It's the same when you find the rhythm for your horse. I think it's the main keys to find the rhythm and balance your horse in his own rhythm. And sometimes it's better to be free wide, not cover, but in your own rhythm than box it. No pace in the race and just waiting for the gap and be unlucky. So it's just more horseman feeling. Would
you say that's a strength of yours? Are you a feel sort of jockey, or you think obviously you like to think you got everything covered? But
I just try to ride the horses where they're comfortable. And I think it's the main things for a horse. Like in the training in the morning, before to control the speed of the horse, you have to control the balance of the horse, and the horse have to be in his own rhythm before to ask him to control the speed. If you want to control the speed before the rhythm, you can't win. It's 500 kilos animal, so if you want just to took off, you will took off. And I think in the races it's the same. Sometimes they say, you have to go forward or box it, but if the rhythm is too hard for your own horse, you have just to give him a chance to find his rhythm, to take a breath and finish off. And I think it's probably one of the, not the keys, but one of the abilities of European jockey to adapt themselves everywhere in the world, because we're working for the horses more than technical things, form or map speed map.
How much time do you put into the form?
Honestly? Not a lot. Probably just have a look on the form when I'm in the car or just before the races, but I'm just looking. I focus on my horse first, what he done or what he can do. Looking around in the gate, around me in the gate, which horse is supposed to go the chance, maybe going forward or back. But generally, I will say 7 times out of 10. When you think you will have speed in a race, you got no speed, and the opposite as well. So I think it's connection and feeling. After 50 meters, you have to make a decision when you jump off the gate and travel where you're comfortable and where you can find your rhythm. That's it.
Behind the barriers when the horses are milling around, can you give a bit of an insight into like are jockeys talking to each other about the race, or they're not allowed to, or what's the sort of banter?
Actually, we are talking a little bit for sure. Most when we are in the gate, all of them, and we just ask what are you doing, because if I want to go forward and the horse inside or outside want to go forward as well, we will never kill ourselves just to go forward like idiot people, three of them. But no, it's not a secret because we know each of them, and normally we know the horses around us, so it's not secret. But no, generally we just give a bit of information, especially if difficult horses like my horse can be keen, just give me a bit of room or something like that.
Trying to look out for each other. As much as you're competing, you're looking out for each other.
Yeah, exactly. We have to, because it's a competitive job, but it's a dangerous job as well, and it's probably the most dangerous sport in the world, or one of them. So we have to look in each other every day, and like when you see the fall at Mudgee 2 weeks ago, it's not tragedy because it's happened, but it's this kind of thing should not happen.
Yeah.
So we have to look at each other and be safe and be responsible about what happened around us.
Mm-hmm. Do you find there's do you find the big difference from riding in town against all the city jockeys to when you go ride in the bush? Because you are one jockey that does a lot of riding in town and a lot of riding, like right out in the country.
Yeah, honestly, not really. For sure, I don't want to say it's better quality jockeys in the city, but a little bit when you're fighting with James McDonald, who is probably the best rider in the country actually.
You're riding James number one?
I think he really improved himself since a couple of years, and Bowman is on fire, Huet is on fire, but James will be a very, very competitive jockey everywhere in the world, I reckon. And so yeah, you have to manage this type of jockeys, but when you go in the country, everyone wants to do the same job, just win the race, so it's same, just probably pace a bit quicker in the country because of the track, but
What is it, because of the track that it's like that, the country racing?
Yeah, actually the horses are better in the city than in the bush. So everyone, like if you ride at Cessnock like yesterday, it's a leader track. If you're not in the first 3-4, it's hard to come back from last. So everyone wants to be in the speed, and so everyone rush a little bit the first couple of furlongs to get this position. In round week, if 2 or 3 jockeys rush to go in front, you can still come in from the back. So now it's technical things, but I'm not considering myself like a city jockey or provincial jockey or country jockey. I'm just a jockey doing my job, and as I say, when I got the opportunity and I can have good rides and doing my job, don't care if it's Cessnock, Newcastle or wherever. It's winners are the same. Doesn't matter where is it.
Well, sometimes I back a horse from a wide barrier and I think there's no pace in the race and the horse goes back. A lot of punters blow up at the jockeys, but how much if you're told by a trainer or connections that we want you to go back from a wide barrier, do you sort of have any leeway there, or do you just have to do what you're told? Is that a frustrating part of the job, or it's just part of the job?
It's not a frustrating part of the job. It's part of the job, but a good jockey is supposed to do something different if he have to do that after 100 or 200 meters to make a decision. You can make the difference at the end. So I had the chance to ride with a trainer who would never lock me in the instruction. So they just say to me, the horse got a good ton of foot or not, got no ton of foot, just give him a room, riding patient, and that's it. And especially for Paul Perry, I think we got good connection together now, and actually I never received any instruction, so it's a bit easier to work with, and more pressure you put on yourself, worse you're riding, so you just have to trust yourself and make the decision, and as I say, ride your horse where it's comfortable, and he will always finish off. He will always give you something if he can.
I've noticed you a few times, especially at like Cessnock and Taree or whatever, I've seen you sort of loop the field like confidently. So you've got that confidence to embrace slow speed, which I think a lot of punters like love to see.
Yeah, I think experience. The confidence coming with experience.
Yep.
And when you're in a good form as well. When you're in a good form, when you're riding winners consistently,
Yep.
you feel confident, and you're coming at the races and you're confident, you're in bubble, but just confident, and you say, okay, today I can ride my race. Like yesterday at Cessnock, I rode 2100 meters, missed the kick, I was back last, went 3/4 pace all the way, I just took off at the 1,000 meters, tried to do something, and I ran third.
Yeah, I saw that run. It's a good run. I thought
it was a good run, and I said to the owners and trainer, I say I had to try something, because if I stay behind, I would probably finish 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And you say, why you didn't try something?
Yeah.
And if I win, it will say I'm a genius. So it's part of the.
I watched that race, and I thought it was a great run. It was good.
I think it's a part of our job to make a decision, and as I say, a jockey is with confidence and with abilities is able to make this decision in half a second.
Yeah.
And the other one we're probably thinking as well, but you already done it. So.
You already done
I
it.
think that's a bit of a problem in the Sydney ranks from what I've seen. A lot of jockeys are just sort of, you're dealt the card that you get.
I think with Sydney racing these days, a lot of the horses, they jump, they find a position, and then we sprint home. You know? And that there's not enough tactics to probably go along.
Yeah.
And people take the initiative.
Probably, yeah, but when you're jockey, you have to take initiative sometimes.
Yeah,
just try something.
Great.
Beautiful.
And you were saying not many instructions from the Perry stable. What about some of the other stables? Are some more?
Gay likes horses ridden cold a lot.
Yeah, a lot cold.
Very cold.
No, Gay, it's probably the easiest stable to ride for. No, but when the trainers know the horses, I work for Bjorn a little bit, Peter Snowden, and they know the horses very well, and they know how to read the race as well.
Yep.
And if you jump, find your rhythm, got a good position, top of straight, you give every chance to your horse, they can't blame you.
Yeah.
If at the 300 you're coming like a winner and the horse gives you something, you finish off or not, if you're in a good spot, no one can say, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah.
If you're in a bad spot, waiting for the gap, blah, 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 maybe you can say, oh, you missed the kick or you missed the train, but it's why a trainer can't lock a jockeys in the instruction. I don't think so. You have to give indication of the horse, or the condition of the horse, and what abilities he can have, but it's not a video game. You can't jump, settle third, fourth. It would be too easy.
I was pretty good at final furlong. Actually, before we wrap it up, what sort of goals do you have for next year? Do you set goals, or do you just...
Actually, last season my goal was 60 winners. I rode 63 winners, so I was pretty happy.
Well done.
For this season, I focus 80 winners, and for the following season, I got a bit of crazy challenge, but I would try to make it. I have to work on it with few people because I need a big team behind me, but I'd like to try to maybe break the record of winners in one season in Australia.
Oh, right.
Oh, wow.
So it's a hard job, probably traveling every day, everywhere.
Oh, right.
So you're not looking, a lot of, I think jockeys seem to, they go out wide and they go in the bush and they start riding more winners, get more rides in town, they stop going out wide. You're happy to go there?
I think I'm very happy to go. Like I'm going to Tari on Sunday. I'll be at friend Rosie the day before, but I just love it. I'm just doing my job, and I always say challenge are built to be broad. Right? So, and no one thinking about that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And probably jockeys looking after the national premiership just months out before the end, they say, oh, I can make it. But if you work on it properly early, sure you can smash it.
Yeah, beautiful.
So maybe we'll try. You need a big team.
So
we work on it.
We might help pump that. We might help pump that up then on the Punter Show.
That, if I start doing something, it would be March, just working on it, thinking of everything, and 1st of August, let's go. But it's a hard challenge.
Yeah.
But and I'm a challenge person. If I wasn't, I would never come. So more people say it's impossible, I would try to do it.
Okay.
That's good.
Legend.
Good. And have you got any nice young horses you could tip into the viewers?
Yeah, I had Conchita's running on Thursday
Yeah.
in the 2 years of Magic Million race. She was very impressive at Randwick when she won first
Yes,
up.
thank you very much for that. I backed it. Thank you.
No, it was a good win. She had a break.
Yeah.
No trial, but no Paul is very good to prepare young horses. And we got a bit of the race. It's pretty hard, especially the Peter Snowden horse looks very nice horse. Got a lot of abilities, but no, she's going pretty good. This one's going pretty good. I had another one for Jenny Graham because I call her Miss Alajama. I won with her here as well.
Oh yeah, the country.
Oh yeah.
Broke-
Nice
broke
horse.
the
One
track
at Tamworth
record
or
and-
whatever. Yeah.
So yeah, a couple of them, and I tried one this morning for Gay, very nice. So yeah, 2 years old is the future, so
Yeah.
we're always looking
Yeah.
after them. But I think it's a good time now, December, to see maybe a Magic Million winner or Golden Slipper winner.
Yeah.
Early in the season is probably a bit early, but now I
Around
think
now, this is where
we're in a good time of the season to find or to see good horses. So I think the race on Thursday will give a lot of indication to who.
Okay.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right.
Well, thank you for your
Thomas
time.
Huet.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks
It
a
was
lot.
pleasure.
And we'll really get behind your goal for the most winners in a season if you
Yeah, I
want to
will.
take it on.
Yeah, I will try. I'll let you know. I will
Let you know if you
I will
get
let
fan
know.
income,
No
and
worries.
we'll get our connections out wide to
Right
get
on.
you some runs.
Sweet.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. See you next
guys.
time.
Thank you.